Family support services to me is a way or is a place where people can get help, where people can form relationships, where people can interact with other people who may be going through the same thing they are. You know, we don't always need help, but there are times in our life when we do, and it's a great place to come when something has happened in someone's life and they just need a little bit of help.
Family support services does so many things in this community that people are unaware of. And for the last 11 years that I've been employed here, it's been one of the biggest issues we faced is having to define us, or people just hearing our name and knowing exactly what we do. So for our agency, what we really focus on are meeting the needs of people in crisis, no matter what that crisis might look like. Because we can take an issue like domestic violence and sexual assault and lack of quality mental health services, services for veterans, all of those things that we're known for, but we really are connected to a larger picture in the community of people living in crisis and how vulnerable they are to any issue. Homelessness, poverty, teen pregnancy, juvenile delinquency, whatever those issues might be, we're all connected to each other in the nonprofit world.
My name is Carla Burr, and I am a sergeant with the Amarillo Police Department. The mission of Family Support Services, I interpret that to be to help people in need in this community. It really can be just about any need. Like, they provide counseling for, you don't have to have been a domestic violence or a rape victim or a child abuse victim. Like, if they don't have the service in there, they have a resource somewhere else in the community that provides that as well. Drug counseling, parenting, like skills, and I mean everything that you can imagine. And I just think that's so amazing that they want to help Amarillo, and that's what they're doing, and that's what the mission is helping Amarillo and those people that need it. And it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor or whatever your status is, they're there and you can use them if you need them. I think that's wonderful.
So my name is Michelle Shields, and I've only been with Family Support Services for a little over a year. I've had 2 roles so far. So I started off working in our sexual assault nurse exams, getting volunteers and special projects in the community. And now I get to do what I love, which is be a shelter manager and work with the folks that are in our shelter. I think on the outside the shelter, it looks like a house that could be some duplexes. And it's like typical of Amarillo with the old porches and just very homey and on the outside. And you walk in and we have some offices and we have common areas. There's a living room and a dining area that has a large table. And so when you walk in, you'll see several moms and kids in high chairs and are running around eating cereal that they've dropped on the floor like normal houses are. One of our goals is that it's not about babysitting, it's not about occupying kids, it's about building relationships between moms and their kids. So that the kids get a voice in what they've experienced, and that the mom gets to reconnect and create safety for those kids, and that hopefully that will help them to make really good, safe decisions for themselves and their families moving forward.
I'm Autumn Barraza, and I am the HOPES coordinator at Family Support Services. So we are a home visitation program that works with families for about 2 years. We go into their home and we're more of a parenting coach to them. So we're supportive through every obstacle that they go through. We're there to cheer them on through the things that are going well for them, and we're also there to encourage them through the challenges that they face. I definitely want to work with people, especially younger generation of people, and helping them know that they can have a voice, and letting them know that what happens to you is not going to be your future. You have a voice and you can change what happens to you. You can break that cycle. I've worked with foster youth and helping them age out of foster care system for 11 years. And I was asked to come back and run this program, and it was described to me as basically you're here before the turmoil starts. So you are going to give these families, you can help give these families tools that they can utilize in their home with discipline, with attachment, with routines, and those things that make the difference within your family to help them have a great foundation and changing the lives of their children to where they can change the lives of their children. So, and that was something that I was definitely excited about. So that's why I'm here.
We work with 3 divisions primarily with Family Support Services. We work with their Veterans Resource Center, and they bring groups of veterans out here every week. We also work with their Domestic Violence Division, and on a weekly basis, ladies that are in the shelter come out, and that's been a wonderful relationship. We see so much growth so quickly in these ladies that have just been beaten down. Then we also work with their HOPES program, which is a really wonderful organization that tries to help families with parenting.
Horses are non-judgmental, and when the women come, especially after everything that they've been through, the horses are real interactive with them, and the ladies come and they just put their hands on them and they start grooming them and they develop a relationship with them and they baby them, and there's a unique bond that begins. And when you ask them, what did you get from this, a lot of times they say, I felt accepted. And so that's the beginning of them healing, is when they get to spend time with a horse and see that they're loved without being judged.
Well, Family Support Services, we do like to partner with other agencies. If there's another agency in town that's providing a service we don't provide, why recreate the wheel? I mean, we can all work together and address more people in a more efficient manner. So right now we partner with organizations such as Texas Panhandle Centers, Salvation Army, Northwest Texas Legal Aid, the VA, just a wide variety, Downtown Women's Center. And in doing that, we do not duplicate any of the services they provide, and they don't duplicate the ones we provide, so we can reach a much wider, a lot more people.
Family Support Services to me means change for my children mostly. I'm a mother of 2, and I know what the world looks like, and I know it firsthand because I see some of the ugliest things that happen to people by working here. And so for me, it means that I get to be a part of changing what their world looks like later on. It means that I get to address sexual violence in a way where we are not objectifying women. We're looking at sexual harassment in different ways, gender equality. When we look at history, we can see so many changes even in the last 11 years. So I know that when my son, who's 14 now, is going to school at 18, they might be talking about consent in a different way because I was a part of that movement and I got to do something about it whenever I was working for this type of an organization.
Family Support Services, I really can't imagine Amarillo without it now. The services we provide, it would be a much harsher place to live if it wasn't for the services that Family Support Services provide. And for me personally, it fulfills a personal mission to help people in need and address these issues and help people live happier lives.
When somebody's experiencing abuse, then we do need to pick up a phone and call law enforcement. We do need to give them the number for the crisis line, to just offer them a safe space to talk, to allow them to tell their story or to just sit with them and let them know that another human being sees them and knows that there's something that's not okay and that they're a safe place for them to go to. It's a life's work, and it's part of being able to, as an individual, do my part to make this world better and different, and to be able to offer to others that help that I received or needed. Family Support Services is a group of people who are like-minded and committed and passionate about people, and are unrelenting in seeking justice, and they philosophically believe that the things that we're doing are going to make a difference.